Next up, y'all, we're going to keep it rolling with where Latinos stand in the cannabis industry. We have Noemi Perez, who has been training and staffing people in the cannabis industry since 2015. Today, she occupies her days as the CEO of Greenbook Academy, an on-demand multilingual online school that promises to lead the generation of cannabis workers. Next up, please welcome Noemi Perez to the stage to lead our next discussion. Give her a warm round of applause. Let's see if she comes up. There she is.
Buenas tardes, Miami.
Woo.
Y bienvenidos.
Buenas tardes, Miami. Eso.
This must be the most promising panel in the afternoon. A chance to have an opportunity to invest in the cannabis industry in New York City. I want to recognize in the public un aliado de nuestra industria en Florida, Ricardo Alvarez, Director of the Florida Department of Agriculture, the Southern Region, who has done an excellent job including the minorities in the program and an excellent job in putting up with me and my claims that there's nothing in Spanish in Florida, even though we're 25% of the population. Así que muchas gracias, Ricardo, por todo el apoyo. Así que we are here today to talk about New York and the cannabis opportunity, social equity opportunity in the sector. With us today, Mark Anthony Vargas, Jeffrey Garcia, the president of the Latino Association for New York, and Melissa Guzman, who's also the vice president of the Latino Cannabis Association. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, Jeffrey, so let's start. Tell us a little bit about what the Latino Cannabis Association is and what are you doing for your community?
Hi, yes. The Latino Cannabis Association of New York is comprised of 25 initial founders from the New York City area and around New York City. We are comprised of men and women, professionals in industries of restaurants, nightlife, healthcare, restaurants, supermarkets. And these folks, along with legacy folks in our communities, are coming together to go after licenses. And what we are doing is getting together a best-in-class team of lawyers, accountants, lobbying firm, consultants in the cannabis industry, and basically preparing our members to go after licenses across the supply chain.
And if I may, the genesis of this was really looking at other social equity programs or rollouts throughout the country and seeing that ultimately, even though you would assign a social equity license to somebody, if they didn't have the capital, know-how, expertise to help them and give them the tools to succeed, then you ended up just seeing those licenses pivot and being sold off to somebody else. So really the idea of the Latino Cannabis Association is to work with these amazing professionals that know how to run small businesses already in New York and give them the tools to empower them to succeed, not just to win licenses, but to take this to the next level and have successful ongoing businesses.
Melissa, tell us a little bit about the composition of the 25 founding members of the Latino Association, because I was very impressed when she described the group of professionals behind this association.
Sure. So between us, we already revenue over $200 million a year. We are 25 successful leaders, of which half are women, Latinas, and within us, our members, we own I want to say approximately 40 restaurants, 20 supermarkets, and we also have some healthcare professionals.
And are these members going to operate these businesses? Are they investors? Are they operators? How do you see your attendance into this project?
These are all members who are going to be working in their businesses, operating and looking for operator partnerships and investors to help them grow their licenses, right? These are folks who already understand compliance, understand regulations coming from the liquor industry and dealing with the state liquor authority in New York, supermarket owners, dealing with Department of Health, Department of Buildings. So all our members know how to navigate New York City, navigate all the intricacies of dealing with all those sectors, right? Because it can be tough. New York is a tough place to open up a business. I know that under our new mayor, Mayor Adams, he is looking to make that easier, but still, you need people with experience to navigate that.
Is it all composed of dispensaries? Are you planning to apply to other type of licenses or all the dispensaries?
No, not at all. Our members comprise and want to go for licenses across the supply chain. Yes, about 60% of our members want to do retail. Obviously, it's almost what they know, especially those supermarket and restaurant owners know how to deal with customers, customer service. But yes, we do have folks that want to get into the cultivation, processing, and distribution of this business. Myself personally, I like the processing business. I currently went to a place in Maine and really enjoyed and saw some facilities that intrigued me. So it's an area that I'm going to be looking to get into.
And a fun fact, I'm with my cousin pursuing a retail license. Fun fact on the retail side is that every retail license in New York, you are granted three locations. So if you get a retail license, it's basically it's a three-fer. So if we have 14 members looking, something like that, 14 members that are going out after these retail licenses, multiply by 3 the amount of storefronts that we can have.
So one license in New York for a dispensary is 3 locations. That's what you're saying.
That is correct.
How many of the 25 people group that you are leading are going to be applying for a dispensary license?
Like I said, out of the initial 25 members, I would say anywhere between 13 to 14 members are going to be applying for retail locations.
Wow, that's a good number to start.
Not bad.
And one of the amazing things New York is doing in terms of social equity is these initial cohort of licenses, about 100 to 150 licenses. We have some members that may fit those qualifications. We're going through the comment period right now, so things may change. But that's for the most affected in this industry. People have convictions for cannabis-related offenses. The state will be issuing licenses to those folks first, right? And we'll be helping them with not only retail, but also capital to get those businesses up and running.
Which is why we're here. We're looking for
Which
capital.
is why we're here, correct. Because after those 150, then you got the regular regulations that are going to be coming out sometime in May, early summer. And that's where the majority of our members and the majority of applications will come out, right? So we need capital, pre-licensure capital, to get through that process, and obviously post-licensure capital to build out these businesses. Because for our association, it's just not about getting licenses. It's about building businesses in our communities and creating generational wealth in our communities.
And look, everybody in this room is no stranger to this. Pursuing a license is a capital-intensive process, right? Every one of our members, including me, we've put skin in the game. So we've already put an initial chunk of money in, but to get from start to application writing to paying the fees and all this kind of stuff, preparing your business plan and proposal, it can run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we're collectively over the 25 licenses looking for somewhere in the neighborhood of about $8 million of pre-licensure capital that we want to raise that will go towards equity into our licenses and our businesses. Surely there'll be a subsequent round for post-licensure capital, but right now our focus is pre-licensure capital.
Are you going to be receiving new applications of new membership applications? How can they join you if they want to participate in the Latin Cannabis Association?
Yes, absolutely. Reach out, go on our website. We have an info@cannabis.org. You can reach out, and I spoke to someone here today already that we will be speaking with him next week to see how we can get him on board. He is a operator in California, which has experience. We need folks with experience in other states to join forces with some of our members to grow out these businesses. So we are definitely looking for that experience and SOPs to come on board with us.
So you're looking for funding, you're looking for collaborations, you're looking for, what else are you looking for out of Benzinga?
Absolutely. Capital is the most important thing right now that we're looking for. But yes, we are looking for operators. We are looking for Latino investors. We are looking for Latino investors, operators to come in and join forces with us. We all understand that goes at the heart of what the legislators want in New York, right? Is to really be intentional about the social equity program. 50%, the goal is 50% of all licenses to go to social equity license applicants. So that is where we fall in and where we're like really want to focus on and make sure that not only our members, but the people around us fit and meet those goals.
In some jurisdictions, capital needs to come from a local resident. What's the case in New York?
I'm sorry.
Some jurisdictions, the capital needs to be from local residents. How does it work in New York? Can anybody come in and participate?
Yeah, as of right now, again, the rules and regs will define a lot of that. But as of right now, we understand that capital can come from anywhere, right? You know, from even other states and other folks, right, that are non-social equity. But the rules, when they come out, will define exactly what that means and how those investors can play with our members.
Right, so all are welcome.
All are welcome.
That's absolutely right. And look, I want to, if I could, give our thanks to Benzinga for allowing us. We reached out and knocked on their door. They welcomed us with open arms. We have actually a delegation of somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 social equity applicants that have come all the way from New York and are participating in this conference today and this week. Some of our folks, if I can shout out, where's my members, my Latino Cannabis members? Yeah. So if you get a chance, introduce yourself, meet these folks. We'd love to talk to you guys. We'd love to, folks that are out there in the internet, we'd love to engage. Find us at latinocannabis.org. Reach out to us. We'd more than happy to have a conversation about how we can collaborate together.
And we are also on Instagram at Latino_cannabis. You can also find us there. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. You can follow us. You can like our posts. And welcome to the family.
You've always wanted that Latino in-law or relative. Come join our family. Yeah.
And again, you know, I always like emphasizing this over and over again, how proud we are of the composition of our membership and the fact that women comprise about half of our membership and our board. You know, we all read and understand the cannabis industry and where women fall in the industry. And we were very intentional about making sure that they're a part of it. And not only that, because a lot of the women in our association are also successful business owners in their own right. So we understand that can translate well into the cannabis industry in New York.
And we can multitask. So that.
Yeah.
So what do you see different in the social equity program in New York from other programs along the other states?
So look, I think New York has had the benefit of studying what's happened maybe on the West Coast and learning from those mistakes and building a better engine for helping to promote social equity applicants. They're going the extra mile by creating funding pools and resources from state funding to provide grants and loans for those social equity applicants. But again, the purpose of the Latino Cannabis Association is understanding that government alone can't give you everything and all of the tools to succeed, right? We have to lift ourselves up from our own bootstraps. So we've created this membership-driven organization that has empowered all of our members with consultants from the legal profession, from the accounting profession, expert grant writers, expert money raisers to help us build that better engine to create strong business plans, win those licenses, and create successful enterprises in the long term.
Sounds like a plan. We're going to open questions to the public. If anyone has a question that want to address to any of the members, we're welcome to take questions.
Salsa lessons, anyone?
Before we open to questions, I just want to, I know he's out there, I can't see him, but I really wanted to give a shout out to Vladimir Batista from Happy Monkey, who is a legacy operator in New York and a legend in New York. And one of the first folks, my partner and I, who know him from growing up with him, spoke to and just wish him the best and really appreciate, you know, his kind words and his advice always. I see you over there.
Very much. Thank you very much for joining us. This is the Latino Cannabis Association of New York City. And thank you for being here today.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you all.